Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. Wanted to give a special thank you to two types of people, the two kind of people that watch my channel. Those of you that are coin collectors, thank you for watching these daily uploads. And two, the people that are just researching a specific coin. They might not be into coin collecting. They might have just come across a 1999 Susan B. Anthony, penny, nickel, or maybe even a Cayman Islands 10-cent coin from 1999, and they want to get a little bit of more information on it. So thank you to those types of people as well as the daily watchers. I appreciate the support. If you guys have any feedback for me, as always, you can leave it in the comment section. Now let's get into today's video. We are going to talk about the 1999 Susan B. Anthony's up at the top here. We'll talk about the 1999 penny. So that's the only one that has a variety associated with it that we'll discuss in today's video. That one has the wide versus close AM. We have a 1999 Jefferson nickel. And for the foreign showcase at the end of today's video, we have this coin right here coming to you from the Cayman Islands. Let's start first with these ones at the top. These are the Susan B. Anthony's. Now you can see that these 99s, especially the two on the bottom, are in great shape. Now that is going to be the case with most Susan B. Anthony's dated 1999 that you come across. That's because in 1981 they ended the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin and then made a triumphant somewhat comeback in 1999. And I assume if you were around in 1999 and these started coming back, you started to just hoard them and hold on to them as you thought that they would be a commemorative coin. However, the mintages on the 1999 Susan B. Anthony's are very high. If you look at the years before, so going back to 1981, 1980, 1979, the mintages for those were in the 3 or 4 kind of range as far as the production amounts go. However, then in 1999, when they reintroduced it, we're back up to 29 million for the Philadelphia, 11 million for the Denver, and 750,000 of the 1999 proof coins. The proof coins will have a glossier, fancier finish to them. Now I'm going to move all of them aside except for this one right here. The main error associated with the Susan B. Anthony, the main variety, is what's known as the wide rim, also known as the near date. That is associated with the 1979 Philadelphia Mint. So the rim on some later 1979 Philadelphia Susan B. Anthony dollars is wider than the earlier issues. So the earlier issues for 1979, there's a nice gap in between the date in the rim. However, for some later issues, there's very close. So near date or wide rim, kind of describing the same exact thing. The Cherry Picker's Guide to Rare Die Variety Coins has a mint state 66 price of this at $135. So unfortunately, no errors associated with the 1999, but if you happen to have a 1979, 20 years earlier, you might have that wide rim near date error. And now let's talk about the penny. So the penny, what's associated with the 1999 penny is the close versus wide AM. So let me get you a little bit of info on that. I'm going to zoom in. So this happens to be dated 1999, but I've got a better example penny to use. So since the date's not on the back, I can swap it out and we'll look at this one right here. So we got a good zoom in on the AM. The wide versus narrow AM will be associated right here. So what you're going to want to look for is in 1998, 1999, and 2000, wide AM pennies are what's known as variety coins because most of them did not have the wide AM. So in 98, 99, and 2000, pennies should have a close AM design. However, there are a few that have a wide design. These are the ones you want to find. Those minted in the early 2000s are the most common, whereas the ones from 1999 are the rarest. So this website that I'm looking at right now, hobbylark.com, which is kind of like a hobby coin collecting website, has the 1999 can reach up to $100 or more for that wide AM. Now it's also going to depend heavily on the condition of the coin. So this one right here, dated 1983, is in pretty good shape, especially compared to this 1999. So if you've got one that's in good shape and it's got that wide AM, you might have hit the jackpot and could cash a 1 cent coin in for $100. Now let's move on to the Jefferson nickel. Now the Jefferson nickel shouldn't take us too long. There's nothing too exciting with the Jefferson nickel. I'll give you the mintages for the year 1999 so you can kind of have some perspective on how actually common it is. So in 1999 at the Philadelphia Mint, there were 1,212,000,000. At the Denver Mint, there were over a billion as well. So there were 1,066,000,000 of them that were produced in 1999. They didn't make any San Francisco minted coins for the Jefferson nickel in 1999. So that is good to know. You'll locate the mint mark right down here. Now, if you flip it over, said this many times, but full steps, that's a big key if you've got those. So if you tilt it, you can see some lines on the stairs going into Monticello. Then you'll have the full steps and you'll be worth a lot of money. Now, on to the foreign showcase. Dun, dun, dun. Switching over to a foreign coin, which is what I'm trying to do with most of my videos for the second half or kind of toward the end of the video. We'll introduce a foreign coin. I'll try and make it the same kind of theme as what we've been talking about. So this one is dated 1999, which is why it was selected for this video, and comes to you from the Cayman Islands. Now, the Cayman Islands doesn't really have a very high population to it, so you would probably guess that this coin has some pretty low mintage, and that is the case. There were 3,002,000 of these that were produced in 1999. I'm looking at the mintages for 1999, 2002, 2005, and 2008. They were all between 3 million and 3.5 million. You probably guessed what you're looking at as far as the obverse. You're looking at a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, Her Majesty, wearing a crown. Then when we flip it over, we get to this side. Now this is a little bit more interesting. So any guesses on what we're looking at right here? I'll zoom in and you might be able to figure it out. So we are looking at a green turtle surfacing, creating ripples. It's also see the denomination to the right. So these lines right here represent the ripples in water, and we see a turtle that has kind of breached the surface over here, and he's creating those ripples to go around and around and around. All right, everyone, hopefully you enjoyed this look at the 10-cent coin from the Cayman Islands. To recap what we talked about, there are over a billion Jefferson nickels that were made in 1999 at both the Philadelphia and the Denver Mint. Unfortunately, I'm not aware of any errors associated with those nickels. In 1999, if you have the wide AM variety, that's the most rare year of the wide AM varieties for the late 90s, early 2000s. So good luck with capturing that. Look at the top right here, and if you've got a decent gap between the A and the M, you could have that wide AM variety. And to start it all off, we talked about the Susan B. Anthony dollar coins. Now, the Susan B. Anthony dollar coins were reintroduced in 1999 after them having been last made in 1981. The mintages in 1999 were actually quite high compared to 1981 and 1980. So if you've got one of these, unfortunately, a lot of other people do too, because when they came out, people were hoarding them and thought that they would make great collector's pieces. So they didn't spend them, unfortunately, and they canceled making the Susan B. Anthony dollar coins after this. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. Enjoy, and best of luck coin collecting out there, everyone. Have a great night.